everyone out there in TV land. My name's Ollie the Ostrich, and I'm here hanging out today with Mr. Teng. Hi, Mr. Teng.
Hey, Ollie, how you doing today, bud?
I'm doing awesome. I'm ready to do some math.
Me too, me too.
What kind of math we got today, Mr. Teng?
So our grade 4 mathematicians have been working a lot with different units of measurement. So we're going to go ahead and take some, do a little bit of practice with that and kind of take a look at some reasonableness as far as what units of measurement we want to take a look at.
Okay, I like being reasonable sometimes.
Okay, hopefully we can do our best here.
Oh, we always do, Mr. Teng.
All right, so let's think through some of these. What is the best estimate for the height of the ceiling?
Well, I wouldn't say inches. That's pretty small.
Yeah, so 10 inches is about, it's really close to 12 inches, which is about a foot, which is about this big maybe, I'd say. So you're right, I wouldn't think that would be the right answer. So let's go ahead and just put an X through that one.
But you know what? Feet might work, though.
Yeah, so if this is 1 foot, about 10 of those, that would probably make sense.
Yeah, let's go with 10 feet. That sounds about right.
Well, let's go ahead, hold on. So we like that one, right? Let's go
Okay.
put a little, let's leave that one for now.
Okay.
10 meters. So 1 meter is about maybe this long. So 10 of those, I mean, I guess the ceiling could be that high, but that would be a really, really
huge.
tall ceiling.
You'd have to be in like a TV studio or something.
Something like that,
Right.
yeah. So I don't think that would be the best one for the ceiling. 10 centimeters, centimeters like this big.
If you're a mouse, maybe.
So yeah, maybe a mouse house.
Mouse house.
But that's not the house we're looking at. Let's go with 10 feet, why don't we?
I like it. Let's do it. 10 feet. Perfect. Hey, speaking of mouse, look at number 2, Mr. Teng.
The length of a mouse is best measured in what unit? A feet. Ounces don't even measure length. Ounces measure mass.
Right.
So that's not that. Centimeters or yards. Yards are 3 feet.
Yards are big. That would be a big mouse.
That's a big mouse, and
Yeah.
I think we'd all be terrified if that were the case.
Yeah.
So let's go with
Let's go with centimeters.
centimeters.
Done. Okay.
Boys and girls, hopefully you're hearing this and you're thinking through a lot of the same things we are thinking through and saying a lot of the same stuff here.
I'm sure they are.
Unless you're just imagining yard length mice out there.
Yeah, maybe they are. That's fine.
That's not fine, that's terrifying.
Okay.
All right, what is the best estimate of the distance across your classroom? So think into your classrooms. 30 meters would be 30 of these all the way across. About that.
That's pretty big.
I guess at home, if you're a 4th grader, if you put your arms out, that's probably about a meter.
30 of those is a lot. That's a huge room. That's probably not it.
Yeah, so if you go like this across your house and you're just taking
Right.
steps across,
Right.
30 of those would definitely be too big.
Too big.
Well, unless you have a giant house.
That's true.
Oh, classroom though, it's classroom.
Yeah, it's this classroom though.
30 yards, also about the same as a meter. I think
Pretty
a
big.
yard is a little less than a meter. 30 feet,
I'm
more
gonna go with
reasonable.
feet.
30 kilometers, that's like
Whoa, that's a long way.
10 miles or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's not right.
No, that's too.
No.
It's too
No.
big. Too big of a classroom. So let's go ahead and go with 30 feet.
30 feet.
Yeah, so when you go to school next time, go ahead and sit there and measure your feet and see if it's 30 of them all the way across your classroom.
Yep. Everyone will be like, what are you doing, Mr. Teng?
They'll be like, Mr. Tang told me to do this.
Yep. Okay, what's next? Number 4.
All right, which of these units would best measure the length of a ladybug?
A ladybug.
So we
Good
have
friend of mine's a ladybug.
Itty bitty little millimeter,
Yep.
an inch, a gram, which actually measures mass, and feet, which we just talked about in the last problem, would be about 12 inches. So I'm either guessing millimeter or inches, but then inches, if you think about an inch, it's about
Probably too big.
Yeah, maybe about the length of a
I have a good friend
paperclip.
who's a ladybug. She's very small. I would say not probably inches.
Probably not inches, because that'd
No.
be like the length of a paperclip, and that's kind of big for a ladybug.
Yep.
So let's go with millimeter.
There you go.
All right, which of
Number
these
5.
units would best measure the length of a pair of scissors?
Oh.
Okay, so I'm thinking about in my hand holding scissors.
Well, grams isn't going to work because that doesn't measure length.
Neither does ounces, so
No.
those two don't work. Feet, that would be a pretty big
That'd be a
length.
big pair of scissors.
That would be a pretty big pair of scissors.
Centimeters, that's the only choice left.
Yeah, and that's about, again, yeah, you could definitely use centimeters to measure that.
There we go.
All right,
Number
Ollie,
6.
our last one.
Ah, this is great. We're rocking and rolling, Mr. Teng.
The distance across the state in which you live is best measured in what unit? Okay, so states are, what state do we live in?
We live in Maryland.
Maryland. All right. Yards would be about this much,
Yeah,
3 feet.
State.
That would be really long to measure the entire state.
Too small.
Gallons, we measure milk with gallons.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Ounces, that's also
No.
measuring mass, too small. Miles, you know why I think it's miles?
What?
Because when I'm driving, I see signs that say miles per hour. So I'm
I thought
guessing.
that was a guy's name, miles per hour.
Yeah, I like
The
Miles.
last name was per hour.
Shout
Is
out
that
to
not
Miles. Shout out to Miles. All the
Wow.
Miles out there.
right? Hello, Miles. No, so that was good. We did it. Was
We
that
did
all
it.
of them?
That's it.
Wow, that was great. That was pretty easy.
Yeah, so boys and girls, as you're thinking through some of these measurements, think about all the ones we talked about and put some examples to those. If you're thinking about inches, what can you measure in inches? If you're thinking about grams, what are we measuring in grams as far as mass goes? Like candy or
Candy.
something small like paper clips. But other than that, that's all we got for you today.
Girls and boys, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time on Math Homework Helpers. Bye-bye.
Math homework helpers, it's time for math homework helpers, oh yeah!